Alrighty then, it's Friday night. Let's get into this here tonight. We're covering 6 topics, and gotta tell you, on Monday, we are gonna be doing a special event. Tell your friends, make sure you don't miss out on that one. I am gonna talk to you guys on Monday about how to beat a combine or a gauntlet using AlgoBox for free. And if that's you, if that's interesting to you, come back on Monday. But today, we are gonna cover 6 topics. We're gonna hit the 2 killer weeks we just went across, the 2 big bonus days that we hit last week, the red day that was unfortunate that we hit yesterday, gear shifting on those instruments. We had some questions around that. Tapering expectations as we go into next week. Next week is going to be vital. As you are planning your week ahead, I'm going to show you guys how to use the calendars, of course, and all that good stuff. Let's get into it here tonight and get this done. It is Friday. Let's do this. Alrighty then, let's come on down here into our training window. Of course, I have to always mention, make sure you smash that like button and drop us a comment a little bit later, and don't forget to hit that notification icon if it's your first time with us. Alright, so this is a list that we are covering here tonight that we just discussed there, and of course, again, the really important one there, I think, is Monday and this one right here on next week, okay? Tampering those expectations, and I think this one is really key too. I think you guys are going to like talking about the red day. We're going to learn a lot through my own scenarios of what I was going through, the Delta vision, what I'm going to call like sort of like having that tunnel vision. We're going to call it Delta vision because I saw that Delta and it just told me I thought we were going to have that play right there. Ended up pulling away with red day, 3 losers in a row and quitting at the end of the day for one of those. And let's go through all of that. So if you have already got your Econo Day calendar, which hopefully some of you guys have already gotten, again, you guys can go and order one of these if you have got questions about how to get this. I'll try to put a link down in the description down below. If it's not there, check it out in our Discord. But this is going to be a full month, folks. Look at your calendar. Okay, this is, again, all of the events, all of the news events, if that'll go away. Okay, follow us on Facebook and all the others, you know the deal. There is a ton of events coming this month, okay? So we are still going to have some additional volatility, but what did we just do? We just finished out, remember the videos that we've just done before, showing you guys from January. We had the 3 circle days, the big days. That included the FOMC as well as earnings reports. And this week was even bigger, huge numbers you guys were putting up. We're going to talk about the earnings and show you guys the results from our members as well as myself. Looking at our calendar ahead, I'll talk more about this next week on what we're going to be looking at, but put this in your journal notes. These last few weeks, what you have been experiencing, that is high-level VIX. We had the extra earnings. So a lot of people who are new, again, not for necessarily, you guys who've been around the markets for a long time, you know how the market shifts and things. But a lot of people still don't understand when or how to plan out when that's going to occur. Earnings report was a big one. This, you need to mentally prepare yourself for next week that, look, what you have experienced, prepare your mind first to go, next week's going to be different, okay? We're going to be, don't be like, oh, you were used to taking a trade every 5 minutes. The last 2 weeks, recency is key. Your brain starts locking into that 5-minute routine. Now you're going to need to be starting to get a little more patient next week, which is about what I want to say about tampering expectations for the next couple of weeks. I'll try to remind you as we go through next week, as we kind of go through results and stuff like that. 2 big bonus days from last week. Let's go through some of that. So the short answer is, for myself, I hit a $30,000 day and a $13,000 day pretty well back to back. Look, I'm not the biggest trader in the world. We've seen, some crazy stuff going on with stock people and whatnot. And you're seeing, people are all out there. You're probably feeling like, looking around, your friends might be like, man, I just killed it on GME, man, I got this huge GME run, or I hit Tesla, and what I call YOLO players. Okay, there's a lot of YOLOers right now that are like, yeah, I'm the best trader in the world. Look, don't get disillusioned by that, okay? They hit a couple of big days, so what? Okay, if they didn't make enough to retire on, don't come talk to me. They're like, oh, I made 6 figures. Dude, are you gonna retire on your $70,000, $100,000? No, okay? If you cannot work on it consistently, and I'm saying hitting those numbers consistently, but I'm saying on top of your big wins like that, you got to be able to be consistent. That's what we are here to do, is consistency, doing this like a business, and we plug away. But there are times like right now, and I have been telling you the last 2 weeks, that we would get those extra opportunities, right? I was going to pull this one up real quick here. What's this? KC hitting 6,500 in his live account here today. That is huge. Awesome work there. The drawdown, not bad at all. Look at this profit factor, huge 2.2 profit factor, 73% profitable. Amazing, amazing work. Again, these are the types of stats that we're going to see right now as the extra volatility comes in. Now, is 6K going to be a normal day? No, KC is, he's around 1800 and with a target of 2500. That's his daily targets in here. At hitting a $6,500 day, we were seeing these repetitively. So if you saw these numbers coming, look, we're not trying to disillusion you to go, oh, that's what we're hitting every day, right? My average, I'm trying to get somewhere between 1 and 4K a day, and that's my consistency over time. However, during when we get these bonus windows where we get this extra volatility, we are going to hit it, okay? So I want to talk about those 2 days, which we did, okay? $13,000, $30,000 day, but we also had it was minus 6,800 red day. So what happened on that day? I think we can learn a lot more from the loser days. You guys have seen, our strategies, you've seen the winners, okay? But let's talk about some of the losers. Okay, I'm gonna come up here and we'll type red day. So there's me. 6970. Sorry, not 6800. 6970 on the day. That was rough. Okay, this was that day that the market just pushed and pushed and pushed. I was expecting a bit of a shift into the earnings. It was the biggest earnings report day of the 2-week event. I think around 280 plus companies are going to be reporting after hours at 4:20, and I got my head locked into that, and I got dealt with. Now, speaking of dealt with, Delta. Okay, that was my final trade. Let me show you where this thing started to go wrong. It was a good play sitting in here, okay? It wasn't like I started out taking a bad trade. Now, mind you, I did not trade the morning session. I was just coming in the afternoon. But what started to get me was good setups at the end of the day, okay? We had this nice PRZ cross sitting right in there. We had deltas coming in right here on the top side, which, look, we should have gotten a little bit of a oomph. Was hoping we would get a little oomph right there. Did not. Got this little pink dot shift. I mean, this one right here, this is the golden goose, normally. Okay, normally I'm gonna, again, and I'm not trying to hit a home run off of if I'm longs favorable and we got MACV going up, but I still thought I could get to target 1. Okay, I'm trying to get 10 ticks. Well, did not get my 10 ticks. It gave me maybe 6 ticks, and then kind of inched its way. Took a while, just grinded there for a bit, and ended up popping up. I had some opportunities to kind of bail out of it, but I did not. This is actually a great play. What do we call this? Pop quiz. Ask yourself, what do you see here? Give you a second to think about it. What is this? We've got Delta King, number 1. We've got Delta. That is King timing. See the pink right there? So it's pink. We know that. And it's a crossover. We also have a crossover timing right there. Anyway, good play. Any other day, any other situation, scenario, just it caught me, okay? Then I got a pink dot up here. This is a power dot coming in right there. Lots of confluence, to be able to try to take that trade, but it just did not work. I don't know if I have the after picture of that. I believe as this cross came in, I believe I headed to the position as well. So, it was the first one was a, relatively deep hit. I think that was, I believe it was minus 2,500, like right off the bat off of my first trade. As that one pulled up and out of there, might not have been that much. I had to go back and look. But that one, I had gotten in pretty good on that one. Again, I was really just trying to get 10 ticks out of it, but I wanted to, try to get my pay. Anyway, it was a tough trade, okay? I wouldn't say it's a bad trade, but, I also had some other things telling me. I mean, I was excited about playing that level right there, okay? This is a dynamo leg. We had a dynamo leg straight up, and then we started to curve up and get that location where we could get the little bit of that parabolic capitulation and the zoom, but nope. Wasn't then. It continued to push up and just continued to climb, and I really thought that there would be some amount of danger coming in for the earnings reports coming in after hour. Okay, lower time frame on my other setup. Look, so at this point, wherever time this was, again, saw all the delta coming in, and I just got delta zoned. Okay, I just was like eyeballs in, and I got tunnel vision, but I call it delta vision here. I mean, I was just like delta, delta, delta. I mean, and because you guys know, I mean, that is such a huge, powerful setup. Anyhow. So here's me opening up on one of my positions, and again, really just I see on this time frame, I'm seeing big delta right there. But look right here. What is that? Okay. Once that showed up, what should that have told me? Right. This is the okay. I should be really thinking this, you know, maybe abandon that ship here. Let's not get, let's not get crazy with this trade. But anyhow, it was there, green dot, and green dot just pushed it. And it's not even just a green dot. What is it? It's a green dot headshot. So I am now with longs favorable with, I'm telling you right now, the MACV was also green. And here's me trying to take a scalp down. And of course you can see what I was targeting, right? I got 2 gold boxes. Again, I also kind of, got eyeball zoned on those gold boxes down below. Wanted to see if we could get that to there, because I'm like, well, even if it's not just 10, hey, I could, pull it out. If it goes down that way and it starts to hang, I could close out. I felt like I had the opportunity to do so. I did not. It's just even more reason, as this thing put in a red dot here, so it should have been a red headshot for me on the higher time frame. So again, there's all my reasoning for why I was trying to go ahead, and this is the place that I was gonna try to make a stand, take a short. Tried it 3 times, and ended up wrecking me almost 7K. And one of them was after, actually I think it was 4 trades after, because I took it right around the 415 scenario and ended up getting borked on it. That was earlier in the session. That was not me. Yeah, there was me talking about calling it ahead of time, looking for it. And so I just already had my plan in my head at the time, what I was looking for, and I just got zoned in on that. Anyway, that's my red day. We got lots of other things here to cover, so let's go into the next thing. I want to talk about gear shifting. In general, we want the fast, right? We want to make the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. So in general, we want stuff that's moving fast. Because remember, our setups are really dependent on, give me a setup, right? Give me something. We're looking for structure. We're looking for, in our case, a lot of our things work together. We're looking for multi-fib, Elliott wave. Now we've got delta, so order flow scenarios, and we want those to show up pretty quick, right? We want to be able to sit down, take our 5 trades, right? If you got your 5 trade tracker per session, and I want to get those relatively quickly. And if I get them, awesome. So what does that mean? Fast. You need to start to kind of recognize if you're new. Look, I know most people kind of already know this, so but just let's go over some recap here. Okay, if I want fast, let's start over here with the list here. Okay, NQ is the fastest guy on our list. Okay, now some of these are going to be semi-debatable because some of them are pretty close to each other in their speed, but I'm going to lay these out the way that I think of them. All right, so here's our list. We've got the NASDAQ at the top. Okay, now these are going to print out in your list. In the room. If you type !gears, okay, this will pop out in the room. We'll talk about the commands here in a minute. But NASDAQ, okay, so what am I looking at most of the time, right? All eyeballs right here, usually. Okay, it's the first place I'm going to look. NASDAQ, okay. Now, if the market's going super fast, okay, then everything gets accelerated, okay, and this thing can start to go crazy. So this should come with a big asterisk on NASDAQ. When the market gets really slow, though, what's awesome is all we got to do is shift up and shift down. Okay, that's where the gear shifting analogy comes from. Like a gears in a car. If you're going downhill, you need to shift down, right? You want something slower. So this is a general list. I won't harp on this too much. I know you guys are super smart on this, but just know, right? Write these down, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. Down this list, they get slower. Okay, now usually I kind of stop my list right about here. I don't trade much of the 6J or 6E much at this time, just for a lot of different reasons in the current market conditions. Okay, and there's such great opportunities up this direction. Another one is a little bit weird is crude oil lately. Crude oil is, I think, really being massively manipulated. I mean, it's all over in the news where people are you got OPEC that can control price and got their thumb on the scale of the supply demand thing. So there's not true supply demand, it's artificial, so they can basically steady this thing out. It's not nearly as volatile as it used to be. So crude oil has kind of become one of those that I'm like, I don't really look at that too much anymore. Okay, gold, this is a early morning play. Okay, people may not know this, but while we're talking about the gear shifting here, this opens up early. Okay, 8:20 a.m. for the gold desk. So, about an hour and 10 minutes before the U.S. markets open. Gold is a good one for people who are early morning traders. We got people in, all around the world. If you're in Australia, you're in the UK, this is a great one, you know, for you to kind of trade before everybody else kind of gets in. It's awesome. Or people who got jobs here in the US and you got to go to your job, trade the gold in the morning. It's a good one to look at. And of course, we have the AlgoBox room for gold too. So this is kind of a goldie right here. Okay. Check out that gold. It's a good one. YM and RTY, really like these as well. These are solid. Okay. Solid instruments right here. Okay. Now, ES, I mean, I really want to be able to trade ES. In fact, that's what I ended up getting a red day on. Okay. But this is going to pay you, you know, double plus. And I mean, even after commissions, you're getting paid double on this, right? $12.50 per tick. So you're getting paid a lot more to sit on these trades. But most of the time it's, you know, it's also very slow. So this might move a quarter of the distance that NASDAQ or the Dow might move. So I'm still going to stick up here with these. However, when the market gets clicking and ticking and it's going, you know, why not? Okay, if this guy's gonna move, yes, you know, we're gonna grab it. All right, so that's the gear shifting. Hopefully you guys kind of get that information and digest it. If you have any questions around the gears that I didn't cover on that, you know, hit me up, feel free to ask. But in general, you need to be thinking, what's the current speed of the market? Okay, and you guys should, you know, if you guys have been in our program for a while, you already know how to read the VIX, right? Type ! VIX in our room, pop it out. You wanna know is, are we rising or are we falling? And you can compare from the previous, which we have also in our room. So let me show you those two things right here while we're here. So type ! VIX right there. Okay, got your previous and you got your open and your current. Okay, so basically just use this information, tell if we're getting higher or lower. You guys remember our old videos. You need to go back and watch the training videos to know if you know, if we're in 13, 14, that is that sweet spot in general for most conditions. Right now we are still well high. We're up in the 20s and 30s. So again, extra VIX, but when you get that 13, 14, that's what I kind of call normal market activity, and knowing how to play with some of that. There's the VIX. If you want to get that gear list in case you didn't get it in your notes or you need it some other time or you forget, you know, rather than pull up your notes, you can just get it right there in the room anytime. Okay, and there's that list from top to bottom. You know, there's 6A even included, and of course micros, their equivalents right there. You can get those in the room anytime. Okay. I want to answer one question that came up earlier today. We're going to do Ask Me Any Questions one here. I'm going to do that as a bonus. We'll do 25 minutes tonight. All right, so 561 for Sting Ox. Awesome work. 84% profitable. Where is that profit factor? 4.18. Y'all know what that means? That means his winners were 4.18 times the size of his losers. Awesome work there for the Sting Ox. Tommy P, $738 on a Friday. Awesome work. Profit factor. This is the big one I always tell you guys about. 2.28. Again, 2.28 times the size of his losers. 66% profitable for $700. Awesome work. Let's come up and got any more for the Friday folks putting it out here. $920. 91% profitable. Holy shnikes. And profit factor 19.4. Okay, this guy may as well have had 100% today. I mean, at 19.4, you have to kind of learn what it is. Probably the scratch trades and things, but basically that is an insane profit factor. But if you're wondering about that, it's probably because of, you know, it's actually scratch trades on that. So it really didn't even have any losses. 1,300, 100%. Who got 100% today? Bob. Crushing it. 1,300, 7 trades, 100% profitable. Bob with the 100%. Extra points for him. We went over KC stats earlier. Awesome work playing. Again, he does 2 accounts in his live, and he's got, you know, special circumstances. You guys can go watch the KC video. Awesome video interview we did with KC. If you guys want to go watch that one, go look that one up. Just type in Vinny Emini KC video or KC interview. That's going to be a goldie. Oh man, appreciate you guys putting in these videos. Man, John, this was such an epic one. If you guys want to go watch this little video clip, he actually recorded his trade while he took this one. That was awesome. We had a few other people that posted in a couple of those as well. That was so epic today. Kevin, trading the micros, awesome work. 66 bucks. We got profit factor 2.05, 2 times the size of his losers. Awesome work. Benny Hanna, was this from earlier? Oh, this is from yesterday. Okay, I was like, going into some other stats. Anyhow, if you guys want to go and check out all of our performance reports from our members, you can come check those out. We've got lots of trade setups and things. Look, oh, let's check out Mr. Neon Knight throwing down 126, 100% profitable. for Neon. Awesome work for Neon as well. Well done. Now, I want to answer one of the questions. Is this one of my big days? Oh, this is my 15K day. Yeah, that was awesome. 12.58 on this one. 88% profitable. I'll give myself a little pat on the back for that one. Tiny little max drawdown. $1,000 drawdown for 15,000. Again, I think I was very overconfident from the days before when we had that those tough ones as well. So yeah, you know, that happens. I want to answer one of the questions about double cross, double move. Okay, double cross, double move. Let's talk about this one. Had a great question going into her middle 40 days scenarios and asking questions. She wants to focus on the DCDM, double cross, double moves. These are awesome plays. If you guys don't know about these, go look up double cross, double move strategy. Pretty sure we're the only ones that do it. So double cross, double move strategy. But if you're Googling it, type in Vinny Emini, double cross, double move. This is an awesome one from one of our members today. This is not me. Look at this. He called it perfectly. I believe this was Tommy or Kevin. I apologize, guys. I forgot who put this one in. But this was awesome. You guys, you saw the delta come in. Again, delta ended right here. Look where he could tell, right? He already knew back here that the delta was in at the large timing. How do we know it's large timing? Because we've got blue right here. Blue vertical. What do we got right here? Pink vertical. Awesome. So what do we get right here? Double crosses come in. Now, Dorothy's question was, great question. Okay, we'll put this one to yellow so we can see it. How do I know when DCDM versus reversal, okay, on the double cross? So, great question. We know we're going to get a power move when we get that double cross. So the question is which way do we play? I'm going to give you guys a very simple, easy way. Okay? If we're out in the open, we are DCDM. That's it. Okay? Out in the open, DCDM. This is your rule. Put it in your notes. If you are a double cross, double move player, write that down, and I'm going to show you what it means. Okay, but get it in your notes. Now, out in the open, DCDM. So the question is this out in the open? When I say out in the open, that means, do I have anything else around it? Is there a dot there? Then that's not out in the open, okay? That means it's shots fired, okay? I got a dot around it? Nope, I'm not interested. If I've got a PRZ right there, nope, we're doing reversals, okay? So if there's anything around it, we're looking for a reversal. Okay, you got something else with it, doing a reversal. If it's out there in the open, again, at the time that this fired, forget this red dot is there, because this is after, okay? But when this fired, what did you see? All you saw, double cross, double move. There was nothing there except king timing, right? Which, what does king timing do? That enhances whatever's coming, right? The big move. We're expecting a bigger move off of the king. So I can do one of two things. I can either add to position, get a little bit bigger, or I am looking to hold the position for a bit farther. And what better trade setup to hold something longer than target 1 and target 2 than a DCDM? Because that's the other thing about DCDM that I want to cover here tonight is how to bypass target 1 and target 2, and we're looking for a bigger trade on that DCDM. All right, so DCDM, we know exactly where the target is. How do we measure it? Right here. You can use your fib tool, and you know, I'm not going to go through all the details on that here tonight. You guys go watch the DCDM video, but there we go. Boom, boom, pow. You know exactly where this is. We're measuring from that pivot to the center. Now we're extending out. So I do not need to worry about target 1, target 2, somewhere around there. Now I get to put both of those, take them down, push them out to that spot right there. This is why this is one of those great trade setups that we absolutely love. So to answer Dorothy's question, if it's out in the open, DCDM. Again, I really want just a push out in that double cross, double close. They're just there, okay, with nothing else. If there's a PRZ, we want to reverse it. Let's see if we got some examples of that. Now, I'll say that, look, this is another one that was just so awesome because you got the red dot to add to position. So I hope if it was Kevin or Tommy, I apologize if I wish I would have remembered which one you guys posted this because you guys are freaking awesome. But I hope you added right there, right? let me know down in the comments if you did end up adding to that position as well. So you enter into the position, and then as you get a red dot right here, you add to that position. 1 or 2 contracts, that's what I'm doing. I'm adding right there at that spot, and then boom, the dropout. Huge trade. This is going to be a multi-$1,000 trade off of one of those. Beauty. So double cross. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Okay. Double cross. Is that out in the open? No. Why? Because we've got a PRZ right nearby. Okay. Now, somebody asked. She also asked, well, what if the crosses are not in the PRZ box? Well, just like this. Okay. No, this is not inside the PRZ box. In fact, it's better if it is. I want to take a reversal off of this. So we are reversing, playing it just like a PRZ cross. Okay, what's a PRZ cross? Again, these are things you need to know. Okay, if you don't know what the PRZ cross strategy is, simply PRZ, the cross inside of it, we're taking a reversal in the direction of the color of the PRZ. Very simple. Now we've got double cross. All I'm doing, that's just powering it up. Okay, so that means I'm taking the PRZ, but now it's a double cross PRZ, super powered, right? So stop underneath the crosses and we take that reversal, big boom. All right, you guys get that? So if we're out in the open, continuing in, which is what a DCDM is, double cross, double move. If we are coming into a PRZ, or if there's a green dot in that scenario where we're coming down into this area like this, green dot or green PRZ, we're going to reverse it, and of course vice versa. If we are doing a red side, I think you guys got it. So I hope that covers some awesome stuff. Don't forget, on Monday, we're going to do that how to beat a combine or a gauntlet using AlgoBox for free, funding your account yourself, and getting AlgoBox and letting it pay for itself. We're going to talk about all that on Monday. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for hanging out, folks. We'll give you some more details on that as we go, and I will catch you guys on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend with the family. Love you guys. I am sending it off right here. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and the rest of the gang. Let's send out that big H-Town. See ya.